Cool. Hi, this is Chris Chinnock reporting for Display Central in Culver City. I'm here with Grant Anderson, the Executive Director of the Sony Tech Center.
Sony 3D Technology Center.
3D Technology Center, thank you. And we just had a very nice demo, which we're going to very briefly recap. But as you explained before, the 3D Tech Center did training for the industry, primarily stereographers and producers and directors for 2.5 years. And about 8 months ago, you kind of shifted gears. So tell us what the new program's about.
Yeah, so the old program was really working with all of the industry, cinematographers, directors, trying to increase the level of high-quality 3D content out there in the industry. And now we've kind of shifted gears. We kind of felt like we've taught a huge group of people. And we were also carrying, Stage 7, where we were actually shooting 3D rigs on there for a long time. So now we've kind of changed our focus to really work with teams that are actually going out and going to be shooting 3D films and also, more importantly, television shows.
Yes.
Because 3D TV and broadcasting is really kind of the next frontier in terms of 3D and getting good quality 3D and increasing the amount of available content that's out there for people with all these 3D TV sets to be able to enjoy a wider selection of programming.
Yeah. And we had some discussion previously about being able to actually, not only creating 3D television content is one hurdle, but actually having the rights to be able to distribute it. Turns out to be even a bigger hurdle, certainly than I had anticipated. Does that seem to be the case?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. We have lots of television shows here at Sony Pictures Television, but they're locked up in various rights for various networks. So a lot of those networks, in fact, most of those networks don't have 3D distribution capabilities. So now we have a problem. How do we come in, shoot the show in 3D? They can take the 2D episode as normal, but then we have a venue for being able to also simulcast the 3D episode.
Right.
So that's kind of the legal aspect of what we now have to work with within the industry, within the studio, to get everybody on board so that we can do something like that. Because we really want, to really get people interested in 3D TV, we need to make the shows that they love available to them in 3D.
Sure.
And some of the stuff that I screened for you, you can see how it actually does invigorate the content, right? It really makes you more emotionally connected to the material and gives you that extra pizzazz. So, finding the right show and finding the right means of distribution is really the next big challenge for us.
Now, you've also developed a white paper that kind of documents this whole process flow and workflow for doing this for television. So it doesn't add cost, it doesn't add time to schedule, both of which are obviously critically important for any kind of a TV show. What's the website again for downloading that white paper?
The easiest one is going to be the European Union site. So that's pro.sony.eu/3D. And then in the lower right corner, there's a link to the 3D white paper that you can click on and download it. And we did 3 different test cases, one with an hour-long soap opera, Days of Our Lives.
Mm-hmm.
The feeling being is that, they shoot an episode a day. If we can shoot that, we can shoot anything and not slow down production. And we demonstrated we certainly could do that. In all these cases, we demonstrated that you can come in, add very few extra people, 2 to 3 max. Myself as a stereographer, generally a SIP engineer, which is a stereo image processor engineer. We were using 3-reality rigs, which basically keeps all the cameras in alignment, so we need somebody running that, and then a rig tech to take care of any rig issues that come up. So we proved, very little extra added expense, and most importantly, we did not slow down production at any point in time on any of these. So we did Days of Our Lives, we did the season finale of Happy Endings.
Yes.
And then we also did a mid-level budget movie for Sony Screen Gems, which is coming out this year, called Battle of the Year.
Okay. And you also did another production with B-Sky B. What's it called, Little Crackers or something Crackers.
Little Crackers, actually, they're Christmas episodes. Of the 10 episodes for Christmas, as part of the Christmas Crackers series, we did 3 in 3D. The one we screened for you was the week before Christmas.
Which was wonderful, by the way. Very nicely done.
Thank you. Yeah, it was really fun to work on. It was shot on this turkey farm, so there's lots of dead turkeys. It sounds kind of gross, but you saw it's actually kind of fun, a very sweet story.
Yeah.
And it was challenging because we had a techno crane, and they wanted to keep the feel of the show very lively, so there was constant camera moves. So we had to compose for that in 3D and make sure that, the very opening shot of the film is this big techno crane move from outside where you can see at infinity coming into the turkey farm shed. So, you've really got to adjust your stereo parameters when you're shooting this. But it really works. I mean, it ended up being a beautiful piece. There's all these turkey feathers floating around, which give atmosphere in 3D. And then there's this really poignant moment where this young girl and boy are going to have their first kiss, and he's got jacked up teeth, and so she thinks better of it. But that's a moment where I really use stereo as a tool, increasing the amount of depth in the overall image to really intensify it and bring it out of the screen a little bit, so that you really feel that discomfort level that she was feeling in the piece.
Yeah. I also noticed another piece we commented on earlier, where she sees the dead dog, and you do a dolly zoom, and you change the interaction to make that background just fall right away. It was very effective.
It really gets in her to her emotional state in that moment.
Yeah, very cool. Okay, well, thank you very much. I hope this is going to work out very well, because we all need to see 3D TV more production. So
absolutely, it's brilliant.